Hello, my name is Demo and welcome to the first map of Dexcom2. So this was way more interesting than the first one in my opinion. Like, a lot of the maps were very sort of high end of their difficulty. Now, first off, what you want to do is you want to just sort of jump in this pit. You want to get the plasma as early as possible. It makes a lot of the fights a ton easier. This demo I actually kind of made sort of an hour within the competition, so I think I get all the extra points in terms of times, because yeah, I made it through all of them really. I think I got this within like the first 55 minutes of the competition or something, and the rest of the maps, yeah, I had to get a bit later. So yeah, you clear that area, you then go back around here. What I tend to do is, because I pressed the switch earlier, which releases all the arch files and stuff, what I then do is just kind of hide in this bit. The remnants will squeeze through. The archfile is usually distracted, so then I like to kind of single him out and kill him with the super shotgun. And as for sort of the crowd over there, well, I deal with these remnants first, because the next fight, they tend to be pretty tedious with sort of their sniping remnant fireballs. You know, they deal a lot of damage in a map where, you know, you don't get a lot of health. So this, you just, yeah, rocket and then plasma or SSG, depending on how much ammo you have. I save a lot of plasma, mostly for this fight here. And what you do is, well, once you press the switch, what I do is I grab the rocket ammo, I then plasma through the Arachnotron, I hit the switch, because then, you know, it gives me more room to maneuver. If I want to get out of the arena, I can. I then kill the Mancubus over there, because, you know, you don't want to be dodging a bunch of projectiles. I can't even speak, jeez. You don't want to be dodging like a bunch of projectiles sort of whilst you're on low health, and it gives you less to worry about. So I kill those imps because they're pretty forgettable. There's another imp over there which I'll kill later, and what I just do is I lure a bunch of revenants to this side so I can plasma them down. And yeah, it's just kind of rinse and repeat. So, going on to the difficulty of this map, there's kind of a debate whether this is too hard for Fairweather, and I would say that it is. I know that this map has a huge inspiration, or it takes a huge inspiration from Crumpets 2 Map 6, which is a Fairweather map, probably on the high end, but I'm not gonna lie, I feel like this map is less forgiving than Crumpets 2 Map 6. Like, a lot of the fights you can kind of prepare for with that map, whereas with this map, you'll see the final fight is kind of the reason why I would put it a bit higher. And I'm sorry to whoever the creator was, I think it was Hebonky. I'm not a big fan of the final fight. I think the map is really good, like, sort of visually, but yeah, this fight you'll see in a bit. It's a complete roll of the dice. You have like basically 8 arch files and a cyber, and, you know, if the cyber decides to not fire a single rocket, then that's it, it's game over. You just have to restart. Now you can, you know, encourage the cyber to target you by firing a bunch of plasma at it, and I mean that kind of does work, but what I like to do is just kind of hang back and get in its view, so then it will fire a rocket, and this time it did. This was my third attempt at the final fight, so yeah, just let it finish off all the arch files and then I plasma it down, and I actually almost die here. Yeah, I almost got stuck, and that would have been just disastrous. I really was not looking forward to kind of doing this whole thing again, because, you know, this map is, as I was saying earlier, less forgiving than Crumpets 2 Map 6, and, you know, that map is already quite harsh as it is, but you can prepare for those fights. With this one, you kind of just, you gotta just pray and hope. But nevertheless, I think this is a really good map, and, you know, I really enjoyed playing through this, especially in the first hour. It was really thrilling. Now, once you complete that fight, you're not done yet. You gotta do a bit of platforming. It's really easy, just SR40 and you're all good. And yeah, that's Brackenheart. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'll see you in the next map whenever I do that.